Hi, my name is Liza, and this is an accessible chair yoga sequence. So if you've been having a little bit of trouble getting onto the floor and you need a little bit of extra support, you can play around with chair yoga. It's also, if you've noticed that you're sitting in a chair a lot, you can use some of these chair yoga moves to help you stretch while you're in a chair, especially if you have to sit in a chair all day. So we're going to begin by just slowly starting to scooch up to the front of our chair. And I like to put a blanket under my feet. I actually learned this from one of my students because her feet were always cold. So I kind of like that. I saw that and I incorporated it. Sometimes students are teachers. So go ahead, lengthen from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Come to close the eyes, melt the shoulders away from the ears. Tune on in, take a nice big deep inhale into the body. And exhale. Take a nice big deep inhale. Then exhale. Last big deep breath in. And sigh it out. Taking a moment to tune on into how you feel today, to what's happening within the body, to what's happening within the mind. Taking a moment to notice the quality of your breath and how you feel. And maybe it's a little bit nervous because we're working with a chair. Maybe we don't know what to expect. Maybe it's been a while since we've come to the yoga mat. Maybe we desperately need to move. So whatever it is you're feeling, just take a moment to acknowledge and honor it without judgment, without criticism. Breathing in and sighing out. And begin to set an intention for yourself this practice. It could be absolutely anything that you need, anything you would like to focus on. So whatever that intention is, go ahead and set it. And let's open this practice with one loud Om. Take a nice big deep inhale for Om. And when you're absolutely ready, gently float the eyes open. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and begin with first some toe yoga, so building from the ground up. We're going to lift all 10 toes off the yoga mat, and then we're going to spread them nice and wide and see if we can place them down pinky to big toe. This might be really challenging, especially as we're trying to put one toe down at a time. For me, when I first began my yoga practice, and I was 16, this was super hard for me just to focus on one toe at a time. So it's just good to have, especially if we have tight feet. We sometimes forget about the feet all the time. So this is nice. And as you can see, I'm also using my fingers. There's some connection between the fingers and the toes that I haven't quite figured out yet. But here we are. So if that feels easier, you can go ahead. Perfect, and ground down through the toes. Feel all toes, maybe on a blanket, on a towel, on the floor. Let's begin with our cat-cow. So place the hands onto the knees and then send the heart forward, melt the shoulder away from the ears. Inhaling. And on an exhale, round through the vertebrae, chin comes towards the chest. Taking a nice big deep inhale, sending the heart forward, melting the shoulders away from the ears. And on an exhale, rounding through the vertebrae, chin comes towards the chest. A few more times. Inhaling. Exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Last few times. Last round. Inhale. And exhale. Really round through the upper back. Go ahead, slowly come back to a nice neutral seated position. Really make sure you're at the edge of your chair, but your chair isn't going anywhere. We feel nice and stable. I have a yoga mat right underneath my chair, so it's really, really grounded. And go ahead, sweep the fingertips all the way on up. Interlace the fingers, press the palms up towards the ceiling, and let's just get into the upper back. Take a nice big deep breath in. And on an exhale, round in the upper back, send the chin towards the chest, hands in front of the heart. Take a nice big deep inhale, reaching the palms up nice and high, melting the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, round in the upper back, chin comes towards the chest. A few more times. Inhaling. And exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, breathing in. Exhale. Beautiful. Reach the palms all the way up towards the ceiling. Go ahead, slowly release that right hand. Place it on the left side of the head and then draw the left ear towards the left shoulder as we gently rest the left hand on the side of the chair. And just feel a nice stretch in the neck. Really lengthen through the spine, breathing on in. And exhale. Go ahead, slowly release the hand on down, send the chin towards the chest, interlace the fingers, place the palms onto the back of the head, allow the elbows to fall in towards one another, and just continue to breathe into the spine, inhaling and exhaling. Two more breaths. Last big deep breath here. And sigh it out. And slowly release the hands on down. Set the head back in alignment with the rest of the spine. Then go ahead, place that left hand on the side of the head. Grounding down through the right hand. Just draw that left ear towards the left shoulder, feeling a nice stretch. You can even begin to walk the hand further behind you to get a nice counter stretch. Keep it very gentle, very subtle. Breathing here. And sighing it out. Big, deep inhale. And exhale. And slowly release the hand on down. Let's go ahead and dive on into seated sun salutations. So I'm just going to remove the blanket for now. You could always put it underneath your seat if the chair is very hard. And I have blocks right here just in case I need them. And go ahead, see again if you can lift all 10 toes, spread them nice and wide, place them down pinky to big toe, lift through the arches of the feet, hug muscle to bone, draw the navel on in. Go ahead, inhale, sweep the fingertips all the way on up, bringing the hands to Anjali Mudra, connecting the thumb to the heart, melting the shoulders away from the ears. Taking a nice big deep inhale, sweep the fingertips forward, up, and back. Take a gentle baby back bend. And on an exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips, placing the hands down onto the blocks or just reaching them down towards the floor. On an inhale, go ahead, slide the hands up towards the knees for a flat back, or come up onto fingertips on the blocks for a flat back. Exhale, go ahead, release. And then on an inhale, go ahead, rise all the way on up into a baby back bend. Hands come through prayer and release. All right, let's go ahead and take this 3 more times. So inhale, sweep the fingertips all the way on up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale to release. And inhale to rise back all the way on up into a baby back bend, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands come through prayer. And release. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to your flat back, whatever that is. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Reverse swan dive into baby back bend. Hands come through prayer. And release. Last time. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up and back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale to release. Inhale, reverse swan dive into a baby back bend. Hands come through prayer. And release. So go ahead and interlace fingers underneath this left knee, and then draw the left knee in towards the heart and begin to trace some circles with that ankle. And for those of you who have suffered from ankle injuries, I just twisted my ankle recently and I mildly sprained it. So I'm still working on kind of healing it. It takes a while, and this feels really good. And then just flex gently and point gently, not too strong. You don't have to put too much effort into it, just super gentle. And then draw the navel on in, really reach the knee in towards the heart as high as it can go. It may not go too far, and that's okay. And when you're ready, go ahead, release the foot on down. Perfect. Let's take it into the opposite leg, the right leg. So go ahead, interlace fingers underneath that right knee, hug the knee on in, and go ahead, trace some circles with the foot one way. And then in the opposite direction. Any way that feels good. Just get some mobility in the lower body. And then go ahead, see if you can hug that knee on in as high and close to the heart as possible. And when you are ready, go ahead, release that foot all the way on down. Perfect. Let's go ahead and come into a warrior sequence. So I'm going to have the blocks near me just in case. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of come into this goddess squat. I love this because I get sore every time I do this specific posture, and it's seemingly simple, but it takes a lot of core strength and a lot of leg and glute muscle strength. So I'm bringing the block to the inside of my feet just in case I need them. So I can go ahead and open on up, inhaling, sweeping the hands all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, I'm gonna open on up into warrior two. So I'm gonna send the right hand on forward and heel toe that left foot as far out as possible in warrior two. You may notice there may be a slight bend in your knee. You may kind of be doing something like this, or even something like this, and that's okay. It's all allowed. So go ahead, inhale, reach the right fingertips forward, flip the hand, bring it up and back into peaceful warrior. Beautiful. And just breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that length on the right side of the body as you reach the left hand on down. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last big deep breath in. And on an exhale, go ahead, send the left, or I should say the right forearm on down to the right leg. As you reach the left fingertips up and over, really wrap the right rib cage underneath the left, sending the left shoulder blade to the back of that room. Gazing up if the neck feels good, or looking forward or down if the neck is starting to hurt. Breathing in, drawing the navel on in, and exhale, really finding your twist for 2 more breaths. Last big deep inhale. And on an exhale, slowly coming back to warrior 2. Perfect. Let's do this a little bit more fluid. So go ahead, reach the right fingertips forward, flip the right hand, bring it up and back into peaceful warrior, feeling a nice stretch on the right side of the body. And on an exhale, sending the left forearm on down, reaching the left arm up overhead. Inhale, slowly coming back into warrior 2. Reach the right fingertips forward, flip the right hand, bring it up and back, peaceful warrior. And on an exhale, sending the right forearm on down, reaching the left arm up overhead. And then slowly exhaling, coming back to center. Last time, inhale, reaching and flipping the right hand. Exhale, right forearm on down, reaching the left arm up overhead, breathing on in. And exhale, slowly coming back into warrior 2. Excellent. Go ahead, slowly release. Take a hold of the chair and then slide or heel toe that left foot back underneath the knees. So we're nice and even in that goddess squat again. Go ahead, place the hands onto the tops of the legs, send the heart forward. Take a nice big deep breath in, press the energy of the right inner thigh away as we twist on over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, press the energy of the left thigh away, twist on over to the right. Inhale back through center. And press and twist. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. 2 more times. Last round here. Go ahead, slowly roll back on up. Bring the elbows in alignment with the shoulders. First finger and thumb together. Take a nice big deep inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale. And exhale. 3 more times. And then lion's breath. Twice more. Last time. Exhale. Beautiful. Reach the hands on up and release the hands on down. Let's take this into the opposite side. So find warrior 2. Go ahead, walk and heel toe the right foot as far out as possible, getting a nice stretch in that right leg. And then go ahead, see if you can just bring the right knee over the ankle. So we have that alignment. You may not look exactly like this. And again, that's totally fine. You're not supposed to look exactly like this. You're just supposed to feel good in this pose. The hips are nice and open. We're drawing the navel on in. We're sending that tailbone down towards the earth and we're lengthening through the spine. Then we go ahead and we find our warrior 2 arms, melting the shoulders away from the ears. Keep it nice and relaxed, but also structured. And then go ahead, slowly reach the left fingertips forward. Flip the left hand and bring it up and back into peaceful warrior. You know what this is. Go ahead, reach through the left fingertips, breathing in and exhaling. 2 more breaths. You will feel your left side of the body working, and that is okay. Last big deep inhale here. And exhale, go ahead, send the left forearm on down to the left leg and reach the right arm up overhead, wrapping that left rib cage, sending it forward as you send the right rib cage on back, holding 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last big deep inhale here. And on an exhale, move into warrior 2, taking that 3 more times. Reach the left fingertips forward on inhale, flipping the left hand up and back. On exhale, breathing on in slightly. Then exhale, transition into extended side angle. Left forearm on down, reach the right arm up overhead, engage the glute muscles. Find that structure, find that strength. Inhale, slowly coming back into warrior two and exhaling, sitting on in it. 2 more times. Inhale, reach the left fingertips forward, flip the left hand, bring it up and back into peaceful warrior. Exhale, left forearm comes on down, reach the right fingertips up and over. And then exhaling, find warrior two, breathing on in. Exhale, flipping the hand, reaching, breathing in at the top of this posture. And then exhale, sending left forearm on down, reaching the hand up and over. Perfect. Slowly coming back into warrior two and release. Take a hold of that chair, slowly come back into that goddess squat. And then slowly heel toeing those feet back together. Whew, releasing that nice opening in the legs. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Let's take a gentle twist before we come on up into our balance sequence. So let's send, and we're gonna start to twist on over to the right side first. So go ahead, place the left hand onto that right knee, and then see if you can send just the right hand to the hip, and you can work your twist from there. Maybe you can send the right hand behind you, or maybe even to the back of the chair, which is my absolute favorite, but don't feel the need to reach to the back of the chair. Keep it simple first. So take a nice big deep inhale, lengthen from tailbone all the way to the crown of the head, and exhale, twist, gazing over the horizon of that right shoulder. Maybe you can even see the back of the room or the wall or the windows in my case. I'm taking it maybe to the chair, maybe to the top back of the chair, and really twist, lengthening. This should feel very good, especially if you work sitting all day. Inhaling. And exhale, just twist a little bit deeper. How far can you go? How much space can you make in the spine as you inhale to lengthen? And exhale to twist. And when you're ready, go ahead, slowly come on back. Let's take this into the opposite direction. Ground down through the sit bones, lengthen. Send the right hand to the left knee and keep it simple. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to twist, gazing over the shoulder. Maybe taking a hold of the chair. Maybe taking a hold of the back of the chair. Keep the knees as much in alignment with each other as possible as you inhale to lengthen. And exhale, really work by pressing that right hand into the side of the left knee and twisting, gazing over the horizon. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhaling. Then exhaling. Last big deep breath here. Exhale. And go ahead, slowly release. Roll shoulders up towards the ears, back down and forward. Maybe trace some circles with the nose. And let's come to stand on up. I always do this in my chair yoga classes. Standing is a huge thing because a lot of the times we dump all our weight into the chair and then we kind of use the chair to help us up. It's okay, but I want to challenge you to ground down through the feet, draw the navel in, reach the fingertips forward, and then see if you can begin to use your core to lean forward and then, truly stand. You may need the help of the chair, and that's okay, but slowly work up to just not even needing the chair at all, using your core to lift and stand. So let's come to the side. I'm gonna place my blanket on the chair. I'm gonna play around with balance postures. The chair is right here, it's not going anywhere. I'm gonna start off grounding down through my right foot. And then I'm gonna go ahead and slowly begin to lift my left toes off the yoga mat. And then maybe I can place my toes on the earth and then my foot on the ankle. That's just step one, base camp one. Then slowly I move it up the ankle and maybe place the left hand to the heart. Maybe I take it to the calf muscle. Maybe I take it to the inside of the thigh. And then eventually, maybe, no matter where I am, once I find my balance with my foot, I begin to release from the chair. Now it could be very simple. You could start with fingertips resting on the chair. Ooh. And then eventually one fingertip on the chair or one finger on the chair, and then eventually releasing. And that chair is there for you. If you rather the chair in front of you, that's also another option that you can do, which may feel really good and supported and stable. And then once we find that balance, ooh, even I fall, we reach the fingertips up nice and high. And it helps to focus on a drishti, that point in the room that doesn't move. Inhaling. And exhale. Ooh. Last big deep breath in. And exhale, go ahead, release. Let go and shake out that standing leg. Beautiful, we're gonna take it to the opposite side. So grounding down through the left foot this time. Go ahead, feel the right toes get nice and light. Maybe I'm more in alignment with my chair to feel that balance. And then I'm sending the sole of the foot to the ankle, the calf muscle, or the inner thigh. Squaring the hips off as much as I need to. Feeling a nice lightness. Breathing in. And exhaling. Maybe placing the right hand to the heart. Maybe the left hand comes to the heart. And just find your balance. Breathing in. And exhaling. Hold with me for 3 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Taking a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. And slowly release the hand on down. Release the right leg. And let go. Shake out the legs. Perfect. We can come to sit down. Before we actually go into Savasana, I want to play around with pigeon pose. Seated pigeon. So grounding down, staying nice and tall. Go ahead, take a hold of that left leg underneath the knee. And then just see, this is the tricky part, if you can bring the side of the foot onto the leg. And if that's too much, maybe you can just straighten out the leg and bring it all the way on down, as such. But if you can get it here, release it here, get a nice stretch in that glute muscle, take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. And slowly come to rise all the way on up. Slowly sliding that left foot forward and down, catching the leg and release. Let's take that onto the opposite side. Hug, and sometimes I move a little bit too quickly. So hug that right knee in towards the chest, and then just guide that side of the right foot onto the left knee and open up in that hip. So my left side today is tighter than my right. So I'm just gonna breathe into it. And exhale. And when you are ready, go ahead slowly. Begin to send the heart towards the leg. It doesn't matter how low you go. It just matters how deeply you feel the stretch. I'm really pressing my left palm into my right foot. I'm releasing my chin towards my chest. Just feeling a gentle release. Inhaling and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Taking a nice big deep breath in and sighing it out. And inhale, slowly rise all the way on up. Sliding the left foot forward and down. Perfect. Let's come on in to our Savasana. So there's a few ways we can do Savasana within the chair. It can be as simple as leaning back onto the chair and relaxing. Maybe we can take that blanket that I've kind of been tossing around throughout the practice. We can place it on the back just to support our shoulders. You can do this with a towel as well, and that feels super lovely with the palms facing on up. But my absolutely favorite way to go into Savasana on the chair, I'm going to slowly ground down through my feet again, draw the navel on in, use my core to rise all the way on up. And then I'm going to start to come on down, turning my chair to face lengthwise of my yoga mat. And I'm going to place my blanket on my chair or maybe behind my neck to support it. I actually think I might do the neck version this time. So I'm going to go ahead, roll my blanket up into a skinny bolster. For those of you who have a hard time coming onto the floor, you can stay in your chair for Savasana. Don't feel the need to come onto the floor. And eventually maybe I'll do a video in the future of how to safely and slowly come down onto the floor. That might be really helpful and something I love to do in my classes. So we're gonna go ahead, put one foot on up, and then the other. Come to scooch on down. Take a nice big deep inhale into the belly. And exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Feel the support of the props underneath you. You can just be cradled in the support. Inhaling. And exhale. Let go of any unnecessary thoughts. Breathing in peace and sighing out all thoughts that no longer serve you. Letting go. And release. You can choose to stay here in Savasana or begin to deepen your breath and wiggle fingers and toes. Gently float the eyes open and begin to slowly bend one knee in and then the other. Move the chair, slide the chair away from you. Oh, placing the feet onto the yoga mat, scooching away. And then from there, rolling onto your side. And then slowly coming to press on up to your seated position. Take your time. If you're in the chair, just gently float the eyes open. Take a moment to notice how you feel in this Chair Yoga 101 sequence. Breathing on in and exhale. I want to thank you for practicing with me, for tuning on into the present moment and getting into your body. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Bring the hands to prayer. Remember to always love, to always thrive, and most importantly, to always practice. Have an amazing rest of your day, night, evening, or weekend. Namaste.